Okay, here we go. Leon Kennedy, what's up, agents? Afflicted Gamer here, and welcome to the Division Resurgence. Afflicted Gamer wouldn't fit there, so I went with Leon Kennedy. So, as you saw by the title, the game is officially on PC and mobile. Now, this is actually a re-upload. If anybody saw the first video that was up, uh, well, moments from me redoing this, I forgot to mention something insanely important. The way that you can play this on PC now without an emulator is to boot up Uplay, search up the Division Resurgence, and download and install the game. It is not on Steam or anywhere else. It is strictly attached to the Uplay launcher. So if you have a PC and you don't want to play the game on your phone anymore, that is how you do it. I also need to give a quick shout out and thank you to Ubisoft for providing me with a copy of the game. I did get a chance to play the game early, roughly 3 days or so. I had a bunch of content planned, all of which has now been covered by other content creators like GC Rock, DJ Tickle, and so on. Things like the Otis protocols, how you get started, specializations, and so on. Long story short, due to the fact that the emulator wasn't working at that point in time, a screen recorder drowned out my voice for some reason because you couldn't turn the music volume down on this. I could not record any content. However, now that I can play the game officially on my PC through the Uplay launcher, I can finally cover the game. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to quickly give my thoughts on it because I was going to do a review of it, but now I think is a much better time due to the fact that I am level 40. I've completed all of the main missions. I've played in the Dark Zone, Conflict. I understand how the gear system works, clan, crafting, and all of the different videos out there that you've seen. But yeah, this is currently where I'm at. I still need to get a high-end OS protocol and a few other things. Overall, I think that for mobile game, they did a phenomenal job. When it comes to the story, I found it interesting. It was nice to see familiar faces like Fei Lao, Jessica Candle, fighting the rioters and other enemies that we've seen before. And the fact that they added a new faction, the Freemen, was refreshing because they're a little different, especially the main boss's weapon, which is a crossbow that shoots at these razor bolts. Uh, th- those are really cool. I would love if we could get a weapon like that. So if you have a PC, absolutely check out the game. Beforehand, I was playing on my phone through Bluetooth, and I had no issues whatsoever. So now, if you don't have a PC, but you do want to enlarge the screen, you can actually buy a screen enhancer from Amazon. They are quite cheap. Put your phone in this little dock, kind of like a Nintendo Switch, and then flip up a screen in front of it. It enlarges your phone, mimics what you're looking at. Just no latency issues or lag or delay or anything like that, obviously. And you can play that way if, that's your only other option. Just a suggestion in case you want to play on a bigger screen. So, but yes, I definitely recommend the game. There are a few things that I wish were different, which I'll quickly touch on, but they are mostly right here in the store. My biggest gripe is this: cosmetic draws. The Hunter bundle was here, Aaron Keener bundle, and now the skin for the exotic assault rifle, the Warlord, which I think should be in the store as an outright purchase, not a gambling slot like COD Warzone Mobile. I know. I was curious a couple years ago when it came out and I tried it. And they had the same thing to get certain guns. It was a gamble. It this is what I would change. There's a couple of decent things that are in here, but you can get these for Phoenix credits. So Let's talk about those next. Don't be scared to spend those. You will earn them in game just by completing challenges, and there's a few things I would recommend that you focus spending them on. Exotic recalibration booklet, the recalibration materials, exotic recalibration manual. One will recalibrate your attributes while the other will do your talents. And then this here will take your weapon from tier 1 to tier 2 because yes, the weapons go from tier 0 to tier 1 to tier 2 by completing proficiency ranks, which are different from the Division 1. Essentially, they are a set of challenges. Each weapon has their own. Once you complete them all, you can then get a tactical augment for gold gear. This thing here for the exotics, which again, premium credits. You can buy these once per month. These are once per week. And yep, this is what I would pick up. You can get these other things if you really want to, but break down your gear versus selling it, and you should have enough materials. And break it down at the clan base of ops because for some reason you seem to get more materials back. The other thing worth spending real money on is, I would say, this year, or I should say, the only two things worth spending real money on. Season Pass if you plan on playing the game long term, which I do, and this, the Warden Field Supplies. You're not tied in. You can end this, you can buy it one time for a month, or you can stack them if you wish. Destiny 2, or sorry, Destiny Rising has a similar system. But with this, for 6.49 Canadian, every day I log in, I get 30 Phoenix credits. My crafting timer is reduced by 40% because it goes from 24 hours to, I think, 16 or so. It's much, much better. I don't know why the crafting time is so long. During the early access, it was 6 minutes. It takes a long time to get a gear piece from level 1 to 10, and you do want to do that. Extra 30 space in your inventory, and then, like I said, every day you log in, you get 30 Phoenix credits up to 900. If I repurchase this right now, I would get an instant 300 Phoenix credits, and then 30 additional days added to my timer. Those are the two things I would say are worth real money, but the rest of the items that are in the store, like because the prices, this is with a double bonus. So for 3,000 premium credits, 32.99 Canadian. Then once I buy this, it will only be 1,500. Yes, the game is free to play. They need to make money somehow. There's a ton of content in this game, and I mean there's a ton. So I get it, but if those could be lowered somewhat, that would be kind of nice. In terms of equipment, I do wish we could get rid of this firepower, toughness, electronics on it. Just have the guns and with talents and attributes. Also, make exotics special again. What I mean by that is don't give us the option to re-roll talents. Have them like they were in the Division 1, where the talents on an exotic weapon are specifically just whatever you make it as. That makes exotics special. It makes them different from other weapons. Because I can get Never Ending 2 or Tactical Reload 2 on another assault rifle. I don't want that to be the case. I want this to be unique. Attributes, I mean, okay, sure. If you want to put those on there, that's fine. We can reroll these, but at least let us optimize them. I would say that's really my only gripes with the game, and it does cost quite a bit of materials to level up your gear because you can actually take a piece of level 1 gear all the way up to level 50 if you so choose to. I don't recommend you do that. Wait until you get to tier 1 gear at bare minimum because then you'll get 2 mod slots, and then if you get a tactical augment, you can apply it to this particular type of mask, and then it will turn into tier 2. So, but overall, the story was fun. Side missions are somewhat repetitive, some of them, but they can be quite fun. I will give you a tip, however. There's a quest at level 35, which asks you to acquire 6 pieces of gold gear. Every guide I saw was go to the dark zone, go to the dark zone, go to the dark zone. The way I did it was I played a lot of these. These are hostile nests. They rotate around the map, and once per day you'll have a challenging one which guarantees you some gold gear, and you might even get some bonus ones to drop from the enemies. On top of that, these supply runs are fantastic for getting gold gear. The last thing that I would recommend that you do are repeat your story missions on a higher difficulty. By doing that, you'll get yourself the gold gear. You can thank me later. The Dark Zone I found was dropping a lot of purples. The enemies are tough. Then you don't have to worry about rogue agents attacking you and taking your gear. One cool feature though is once you unlock a safe house, if you have gear on you and you don't want to go to an extraction, you can actually pay them to smuggle the contents out. There's 2 different Dark Zone currencies. There's your regular DZ credits and another one. I forget the name of it. You can use it to set up a turret at an extraction to help you get out because it's swarmed with enemies. I mean, swarmed by them, and they keep coming. For the most part, every extraction I've had with other agents has been friendly, which has been cool. So there's that. Conflict awards you with some decent stuff as well, whether you win or lose, but every activity has a purpose and a specific reward. So even these outpost restorations, I can get some gear, even if it's tier 0, I can break it down. If I do some of the regular hostile nests, I will get items to uh, level up my mods on my weapons. Same thing with my gear mods, sorry, in particular. So there's a little bit of a learning curve and there are some differences, but it is a lot of fun. And now that the game is officially on PC through the Uplay launcher, I will finally be able to cover it. So once again, huge thank you to Ubisoft for providing me with access to the game. Now I can finally cover it. My apologies for not getting this out sooner. If you guys have any questions or concerns, please let me know in the comments section. But overall, closing thoughts are the game is a ton of fun. It's a brand new Division experience at your fingertips. What more could you possibly ask for? I think it's great. And no, I'm not saying this just because I'm a Ubisoft partner. I started playing The Division long before I became one. I'm a huge fan of the series, so, and this came out better than expected. Anyhow, that is it for me. If you guys could be so kind and drop a like on the video, it's much appreciated. It helps out with the algorithm tremendously. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for more Division Resurgence and Division 2 content. Links for Twitter, Discord, all the good stuff are down in the description. And final tip is to loot absolutely everything you see. You never know what you're going to get. Experiment with all of the different game modes like Lone Wolf, and again, loot everything. You have no idea how many times I was shocked and surprised by pulling out a gold weapon or a gold piece of gear from a basic loot bag. It is crazy. So, if you played the game, let me know what your actual thoughts are on it in the comment section. And if you're hesitant, let me know all that good stuff because I'm genuinely curious. Other than that, take care, agents. Enjoy your week, and I will see you in the next video.